Missouri is a team averaging 84.5 points a game for the season, but in conference games, that number drops all the way down to 74, and they're giving up 77.
And we know when conference games start how tough it is. We've seen some low-scoring games.
Missouri 0 for 6 to start this game from the field. Hodge steps on the sideline. That'll take us to our under 16 timeout. Boy, it's not too often you see Missouri with a goose egg at the under 16 timeout, but that's the story. Well, it's not just a basketball rivalry, it's also a football rivalry. Missouri brings out the Battle Line rivalry trophy that goes to the winner of the football game. And of course, Missouri knocked off Arkansas this year, and good time to bring it out. They need a little offense right now, though, this Missouri team. It's a little different story than what we saw in the first meeting between these two clubs. What's going on with this Missouri offense right now?
I think right now, Dave, it's the intensity that we saw Coach Muss add at shoot-around today. He was locked in. They were all locked in.
Well, Missouri locked in the first 10 minutes of the game at Arkansas. Kobe Brown had 10 quick points, but then he picked up 2 fouls, and that's right about the time Arkansas got it going. And you mentioned it. That Bud Walton crowd of 19,000 got going, and there was no looking back. They rallied from that 17-point deficit. They win it by 6 in a thrilling game. And the numbers on that one, Ricky Council, 21 points in the second half of his 25. And obviously the rebound story was a big part of that game.
Yeah, and remember, Missouri played a lot of zone defense and stayed in the zone. And at halftime, what Coach Musselman said after the game was, we kind of scrapped our zone offense and went 5 out, screened the guards, played attacking style of offense.
It's 7-0 right now, Arkansas. Walsh just checks in at the timeout. Hits it to the corner, and there's Council who has a 3-pointer tonight already. Offensive rebound.
And Missouri's got to do a better job of blocking out because this Arkansas team is aggressive on the offensive glass. What a block.
Hodge with the block. Here's Brown. Kobe taking it on Mitchell. Reverse layup, no good. Walsh the rebound. Davis. Nice pass, but too physical in the paint.
Well, he got too deep, Dave. When you're a point guard or lead a break, you can hesitate maybe at the free throw line, but when you explode, you need to stop sooner. It's easy for a guy, any defender, to step in there, and officials have a hard time every time deciding if it's a charge or not.
I haven't mentioned it yet, but I think it's an important story here. Noah Carter not available for Missouri. He's out with COVID. Kobe Brown.
Tough shot. And Carter is a guy that averages 11 points, nearly 6 rebounds a game. Another one of their 3-point weapons. You know, they've taken Anthony Black off of the ball. Probably gives him a little bit of a rest at having to bring it up every time.
Davis. Walsh swinging around to Black. Traveled with it. Missouri will create some turnovers now. They force their opponents into 18.8 turnovers per game. That's the 9th best number in the country.
And you can't hesitate in a game like this. Coach Musselman, 4th season at Arkansas, back-to-back Elite Eights, understands it's not imperative that they win this game, but he knows he's got to try to get a road win for his young team.
Ricky Council saw an open lane and a thunderous dunk.
Dave, I need rotator cuff surgery, but after that one, I'm thinking, my goodness.
Missouri started this game just 1 of 10 from the field, 0 for 4 from behind the arc.
And there are not a lot of openings. He'll fire from anywhere.
Rebound to Black. And a trip. That's going to go against Hodge.
Oh, partner, how far back can you bring a basketball? Man! How fun is that?
Fun for him.
And Mekhi Mitchell set a fabulous screen on is that Kobe Brown, to keep him out of the way. Man, he's had a few great dunks this season. That one ranks up there as one of the best.
Boy, so how does Missouri get going offensively? Just 2 points right now.
Well, the key right now for Arkansas is that they're doing enough on the offensive end. Missouri's not getting many runouts.
Yeah.
And that's what they like to do, especially in this building. They like to shoot the ball within 6 or 12 seconds. Usually that's a push, a kick, guys shoot three. Arkansas doing enough on the offensive end. It's not happening.
Yar just checks in, gets involved, creates the tie-up, and the possession arrow favors Missouri.
Missouri 1 of 11 from the field, 0 of 5 from three-point line.
Dennis Gates came over from Cleveland State, brought 4 guys with him.
And he's got one of the most experienced teams in NCAA.
Boy, Black just took a swipe at Mosley on the way to the basket.
And here's why you do it. Mosley looked like he was going to try to finish it. Whistle already blown. You don't allow it to happen. One thing about Anthony Black, he has an understanding of how to play. Now, he had a little scrape and scrap over there at Vanderbilt. So Mosley's good. The whistle's already blown. So you do not allow an opponent to finish a play, especially if you're on the road, especially one that could excite the building.
And a whistle underneath. Looks like Walsh should pick up that foul, holding Kobe Brown. He says that Kobe was actually holding him.
Tough matchup for Walsh, the freshman. Kobe Brown has a lot of experience. He's a senior, preseason first-team pick, been around the block.
Dennis Gates telling us today how he expected this game to be one of those physical, chippy type. Well, he was right on it.
And how would you like to officiate that kind of game?
I would.
No. You've got to try to keep everybody on edge about how you're going to call it.
In and out from Mosley. He's 0 for 2 from behind the arc.
Watched him in warm-ups, working with Phil Pressey, the great Missouri point guard that's now a grad assistant.
Loose
Great
ball.
hands by Mosley.
East. Kobe Brown. Yar will try for 3. There you go. How about the 7-footer knocking one home?
Diarra, the 7-footer, 8 minutes against A&M, 9 minutes against Florida. Now it looks like he's in somewhat of the rotation for this Missouri Tiger team.
That'll get the crowd on their feet. Walsh wide open for 3, trying to answer back, and he does.
And they didn't guard him, which is even harder for a shooter. Walsh has been struggling shooting the basketball, only 9 of 40 beyond three-point line. The last couple of games, 3 for 21 from the field.
But another quick foul on Walsh on the other end. That'll be his second.
Missouri active with their hands defensively. Watch Isaiah Mosley try to cross him. He's got long reach, long enough. And when they push it to the other end, this is the guy you would not expect to shoot a 3. Knocks it in from the corner.
A good defense by Mosley. Tigers trigger it in. Diarra. Now back to Mosley. Plenty of time on the shot clock.
If Diarra becomes an offensive threat, another weapon for this Tiger team.
Mosley working on Graham. Here's Kobe Brown. Drag the pivot foot, traveling violation.
Kamani Johnson, solid defender, staying down, buying no fakes from Kobe Brown.
12-5, Hogs out in front, under 12-minute timeout. Women's basketball doubleheader is highlighted by the top teams in the conference. Aaliyah Boston, #1 South Carolina. They're in Nashville to take on Vandy at 7 o'clock Eastern. Then Angel Reese and #3 LSU host Aaron Barnum in Arkansas at the Maravich Assembly Center. Easy for me to say. It's going to be another great night of SEC women's basketball right here on the network and, of course, the ESPN app. Well, this Arkansas basketball team is kind of reeling a little bit. The best way to put it, lost 3 in a row, 4 of the last 5, and those are the last 3 games. And I think the 97 points allowed to the Commodores kind of jumps at you.
You know, I listened to Coach Smuss's interview after the game at Vanderbilt, and then we saw the press conference this week. When you challenge your players by effort, players hear that, right? And they understand it. And that's what he thought it was at Vanderbilt. Yes, Alabama's a great team. Arkansas was in that game until about a stretch in the second half when Alabama just became Alabama, and they're a great team. But he has challenged his players today and tonight because he knows what this game is about and how tough it is to get a win in this building.
When Missouri's turned it over 5 times here in the first 8 minutes. No turnovers for Arkansas.
I do like the fact Devo Davis brings it up, but it just gives Anthony Black a little more freedom. Now you got to get rid of that. Right? Well, you want to get into your offense. Get running it. Don't delay it so long. Davis does a lot of good things for this Razorback team. Sean East in the lineup brings a lot of quickness on the offensive end for this Missouri team. Good off the dribble. Likes to finish with mid-range floater. Another turnover.
Ooh, Bolton almost had a steal. Here's Black, kicks it out to Council. Oh, if that was a pass or not, but it ends up in Damani Johnson's hands for a brief second. Knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Tigers.
I thought Council lost it on the way up. I thought he was going to try to finish it at the rim. If you think about the two guys, Ricky Council 36 minutes a game, Anthony Black 34 minutes a game. They're the top 2 minute getters in the SEC, and you look at Council's numbers, the transfer from Wichita State, he's been spectacular every game. Good numbers, not a great outside shooter, but he can put it on the floor, finish the mid-range. We've already seen the tomahawk dunk. Spectacular player.
He gets to the line. He's been there 95 times this year. Here's Mosley looking for his first basket, dumps it off to Diarra, who is fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line.
You know, Mosley is playing a lot of minutes. Couple missed shots, couple turnovers, but that was a good pass. He could go off the bounce. The bench trying to produce points for this Missouri team.
So Diarra at the free throw line. And, you know, that's been an area. Missouri has not rebounded the ball very well at all this year. Matter of fact, I think they've only won the rebounding battle twice all season long. You get a guy like Diarra on the floor, playing multiple minutes, that'll increase your chances of getting some rebounds.
Well, I asked Coach Gates at shoot-around, why was Diarra getting minutes? And he simply said, because he's earned them.
Yeah.
He's been the best player in practice. Wow, what a screen by Johnson on East.
Here's Black, nice little ball fake.
A lot of stagnant dribble by Devo Davis. Shot clock.
And a foul against Missouri. That's going to go.
You know, it's rare in today's game that point guard freshmen run the show. And it's tough because you've got to be extremely tough to handle what's going to happen. Look at this screen. Boom. You hope a teammate will let you know that's coming. And I say that because Anthony Black has been fabulous. And he takes a lot of heat. The other freshman that started at point guard against this Missouri team was Sky Clark at Illinois, and Missouri gobbled him up.
After some confusion, that foul went against Kobe Brown. And for Kobe, he'll pick up his first. And
Kamani Johnson trapped in the corner, got a timeout.
Use a 30-second timeout. Arkansas up by 6. I'm just, you know, this Missouri team sitting here at 6 points, to me, more credit to the way Arkansas is playing defense than it is to maybe some mishaps offensively by Missouri.
No, I think you give Arkansas credit.
Yeah.
They've challenged every shooter. Before we came on the air live, as the other game was going on, the first shot of the game, Hodge was blocked by Anthony Black, right? So they're into the shooter's faces. They have been quick enough defensively to not get beat off the dribble. Missouri relies on their dribble penetration and the kick to open outside shooters. So far, Arkansas has not allowed that to happen.
Well, Missouri, talk about their difficulties rebounding the basketball, but they make up for it in so many other ways. Oh, and East thought he had a steal, but he'll pick up the foul against Ricky Council.
And that's a tough one on a defender. Council went one way and then came back to the defender. He brought the ball right back in front of East, but there was contact.
Brown back on the floor. Mosley going to take a seat for a moment.
The guy we have not seen much of is Nick Honor. He does not have any fouls. Honor's been somewhat, I think, of Missouri's MVP, as solid as he's been at point guard.
Davis lost the handle, still on the deck.
This is where Missouri has had success this season.
Kobe Brown will back it out to Sean East.
And not an easy, no easy lane, no easy avenue.
Tigers 2 of 13. Make it 2 of 14. With Diarra with the loose ball and a foul in the process.
Dave, the most active guy on the offensive end has been Mo Diarra. Chasing shots, positioning himself. Missouri not shooting it well, but again, give Arkansas credit. East took a challenge three-point shot.
Diarra with 4 of the 6 Missouri points here in the first half.
Trey Gomillion on the ball is the energetic piece. Musselman had a sign today. He said he's got octopus arms. He'll knock it away.
Kobe Brown with a steal. Throws it up and it goes in.
What a shot.
That is 6'8", 250 pounds doing that.
Active hands, knocked it away for the ball handler. Enough body control to finish at the other end. Active hands, now he's got to pick it up. He uses his strength to push Council away from the ball. There's the cut. Degree of difficulty high. Terrific finish.
And the second foul on Council will get him to the bench. And Kobe Brown will head to the free throw line. Kobe's been there 65 times, knocked home 51 of those for a 78% average. And completes the three-point play. So despite the woes,
it allows more pressure on the ball when Missouri scores. Active hands, you've got to be careful when you have the basketball.
Arkansas hasn't scored in over 3 minutes. Another takeaway. Gomillion. Long pass to Hodge. To Brown. Throws it up, and he's hammered to the deck, and he'll head back to the free throw line.
You want quickness from one end to the other. Missouri on this home court is giving you that. The steal, and then it's a dead sprint to the other way. And Gomillion, the hit ahead with the pass, makes this play. His head is up, and his teammates are in a dead sprint to the offensive end.
So Kobe Brown, who is 11th in the conference in scoring, second in rebounds. Averaging 15.6 points, actually second on the team in rebounds, 5.6 rebounds per game. You see where he converts at a 56% rate and 43% from behind the arc.
And we know how tough it is to improve those numbers when you get to SEC play. And SEC is averaging over 18 points a ball.
And a push, that's going to go against Gomillion. That'll be the second on Trey, and that'll be the 6th team foul. Already 9 fouls against Arkansas here in the first half.
Physical, tight game. Dennis Gates continues to rotate fresh players in this ball game. Series to his team. Nick Smith Jr. not playing, not here. Trevon Brazile is here, but he's out for the season.
Johnson gets it to Davis.
Shooter
lines it up way too strong. I think that was, well, I think Missouri might have got away with it. That looked like that went off Kobe Brown's arm, but the Tigers will take it. Pinion was a big story in the first meeting with these clubs. Arkansas really struggling with energy and the three-point shot. They brought in Pinion, hit 3 3-pointers, and was just a real difference maker on both ends of the floor. Comes on and fouls DeAndre Golston.
Tough shot. Again, degree of difficulty high. Bad foul by Pinion. All you want to do if you're going to double, just double. Don't swing down.
So Golston, 79% free throw shooter on the year. Missouri is really good at the line. They lead the conference and free throw percentage at 75%. There is Trevin Brazil coming back home. Of course, transferred from Missouri to Arkansas. He was just off to a great start. And Nick Smith Jr. still out for Arkansas with knee management is the term that is being used for Nick Smith Jr., who's such a talented player. So obviously 2 key pieces that you work with all summer, getting ready for the season, and then a month into the season, you don't have those 2 key parts. Now you got to reinvent yourself.
Well, they were fine without Nick Smith Jr. when they went to Hawaii. You still had Brazil on the team, and they could function. They're still fine. It just changes. I've talked about the minutes. Council Black, Devontae Davis, all in the 30s minutes played per game.
Well, Missouri's defense has turned it up a notch. They have held Arkansas without a point for over 4 minutes. And it's allowed the Tigers to go on the 7-0 run and tie the game up at 12.
And Darian Ford, the freshman from Magnolia, Arkansas, 2-time Arkansas Player of the Year, is in the lineup. Has not played very many minutes, 2 minutes total in conference play.
Well, on that Arkansas side, you've got Council with 2 fouls, Pinion with 2 fouls, Walsh with 2 fouls, which is why you see Ford on the floor at this point. Golston just picked up that foul. That's his first.
Anthony Black 10 times the double figures, 3 times over 20 points. And he has been very good on the road. 23 at Auburn. He had 18 at Vanderbilt. He's got a toughness to him. Great young man. I was talking to him earlier tonight before the game.
He is one of 3 SEC players, along with Kobe Brown and Colin Castleton, to rank in the top 30 in the SEC in points, rebounds, assists, and steals.
I asked him if the different color in his hair meant anything. He said, nah, I just wanted to try it. I said, well, Dave Neal will do the same next game.
Yeah, that'll be a good look for me. Mosley, this is his 3rd 3, but a foul against Diarra on the rebound, little push off. Boy, Mosley just dying to get that first one to go down.
Yeah, he is, and you could be pressing. Hasn't played in first time SEC action. And the crowd is kind of anxious for him to get the first one down, and his teammates are. Dennis Gates has left him on for quite a few minutes his first half.
So Mitchell will step to the free throw line. Both teams shooting free throws the rest of the way out here in the first half. Kai Mitchell just 54% at the line, 20 out of 37. A man who began his career at Maryland, transferred to Rhode Island before finding his way to Fayetteville.
I think he's had a solid first half of the season for this Arkansas team. Solid on the boards. He's a screener up top, a diver, can finish plays. 8 points, nearly 6 rebounds a ball game, but plays 20 minutes.
So Mitchell out of Washington, D.C. at 6'9", 230. Gets 1 out of 2. And Brown chases the loose ball down. Back to Mosley. Corner 3 is good from Aiden Shaw. His 3rd 3 of the year. Nothing but net.
Does not shoot many.
Mitchell. Johnson to Ford. Throws it up, and it won't go down, but he'll head to the free throw line.
Boy, a strong play by Ford. That ball was loose on the floor, but Ford able to pick it up. Back and forth we go. Arkansas with an early lead, and it looked like they were comfortable, but not comfortable in this building. Missouri with a comeback, an even game, 7:29 left in the first half.
Next season on Fansville, presented.
Tied at 15, 7:29 to go in the first half, and Missouri's offense has picked up a little bit here the last few minutes.
And a lot of the Tiger offense is based on penetration, spacing, leave the lane open, and then draw and kick. There's the kick to the corner. Now Mitchell's late to get to Shaw, but not really. They're going to let Aiden Shaw take that shot. That's his third make of the season. Yeah. If he makes that one, sometimes you go, well, good, maybe he'll shoot some more. Now, maybe Shaw could make them, but if you're an Arkansas fan or a player or a coach, you say, that's okay. We'll allow that shot to be taken.
So Aiden Shaw, the freshman, not a whole lot of freshmen playing for this Missouri team, as they've got grad transfers galore, not to mention the senior and Kobe Brown on the floor, but it has been a game of runs for sure. 12-5 for Arkansas, 10-3 for Missouri.
And I think, Dave, that's because of the physicality of what the defenses are doing. Now, there's been a lot of whistles, a lot of fouls. And again, I think Arkansas coaches are hanging on this first half. They've got so many guys over there with 2 fouls. Let's get it to halftime. And if guys like Ford can come in and deliver, there's 2 points there. If they can hold on.
Ford will defend East. Sean East gets it to Kobe Brown.
Matchup with Kamani Johnson, and Brown has been terrific. Again.
And Mitchell was a little quicker to get out there, and Shaw still buried it.
Shut up over there, Sunbolt. I can shoot it, says Aiden Shaw.
He just matched his season total in threes here in the last minute. Now 4 of 12 on the season.
And what a boost. And someone comes in off the bench and delivers. Well, there was Ford with the 2 free throws, or Shaw with the 2 threes.
Here's Ford. Nice catch. Good take to the basket by Ford.
There's a little bit of confidence in that body. I mentioned 2-time Arkansas Player of the Year.
Mosley back to Brown.
Scouting report on Kobe Brown, make him force him to his left hand.
Here's Kobe backing up Ford to the basket. Well, that's just a mismatch. Not much Ford can do.
Yeah, they let Kobe roll by himself down the lane. Ford picked him up. A mismatch.
Well, sharp pass down to Davis. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Nobody there. Here's East. Little stutter step. Golston step back. No good. Mosley to East. He'll try it. No good. Long rebound.
Mizzou will shoot 3, and they will continue to shoot 3. They challenge you as a defensive team to run them off the line. They space you, they drive you, they kick it.
4 on the shot clock. Kobe Brown just lost the handle. Black came out of there with it.
Good defense by Ford. Smaller player against the bigger Brown.
Kamani Johnson. And he's fouled on the way up. Foul on Mosley, his first. And it's team foul number 10, so 2 shots coming up for Johnson.
Here's where they let Kobe Brown go when he goes right down the lane. Good recognition by Darian Ford, but again, a mismatch. I think the one guy you want to keep an eye on if you're a defensive team against Missouri would be Kobe Brown. Don't let him the freedom to get his confidence going.
Boy, we hadn't seen much of Nick Honor as Mosley's taken a bunch of minutes tonight, but Nick Honor has been a really good player for Missouri this year. Matter of fact, he's 10th in the country in assist to turnover ratio and just came off a sequence where he had 133 minutes of game action without a turnover as a point guard.
And that's crazy. right? I mean, those numbers are crazy because he handles the ball most of the time. Solid outside shooter, has struggled when he went on the road to make his three.
Mosley, there it is.
Got a little bounce in his step. He's got a lot of stuff in his offensive game. A lot of bag of tricks, so to speak.
First action in 5 games and a big collision at the free throw line. A foul on Mosley, but Shaw took the brunt of that right in the mouth.
Anthony Black is not afraid. Now he is, you hope he's not hurt badly, holding a wrist maybe. Not afraid to challenge. Holding the right thumb. 3 yellow jerseys around Anthony Black. There's the reach. Isaiah Mosley, good call.
Shaw took it in the chops. Black tweaked his wrist, and Mosley picked up the foul.
I mean, what Coach Musselman is doing with a guy like Anthony Black is you're the leader of our squad as a freshman on the road in situations like this. That is a tough assignment.
Anthony Black continues to work that wrist, that hand.
Yeah, we'll see when he shoots it. Might have jammed the thumb. And if that swells on the inside, that becomes odd when you dribble a basketball. Been there, done that. It just becomes an odd feeling if the inside pad of your thumb is swollen.
I didn't know you dribbled. I just thought you just shot.
Well, pump fake, then dribble for another space. Got to clear some space there, partner.
That one time you dribbled, yeah. You got a hurt thumb. That's
ball
why
fake,
you did it.
Ball
right.
fake, put it on the floor, shot. I can't quite figure out, though, the shoes that Black has on. Kind of looks like house slippers.
Whatever works. So a 1-point Arkansas lead. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Kind of what we expected, right?
There's Honor being defended by Ford. Honor just going shoulder to chest with Ford. Lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers.
Honor, the grad student transfer from Clemson, has been solid, but how about the minutes by Darian Ford, the freshman? As I mentioned, only 2 total minutes in all of SEC play, but he has been good on both ends. Strong, quick.
Mosley catch, shoot on the way, off the front of the rim, and a foul on Shaw. Push it off, trying to get that rebound. So the Razorbacks back to the free throw line. Well, there's the numbers. Dennis Gates, he had to go out to the portal, try to revamp and reload this roster, and it has been a good find for him. Of course, bringing in 4 guys from Cleveland State that played for him certainly helps kind of get everybody on board.
Yeah, it does help. He's got an extremely experienced team. And when you do that, and Kobe Brown stayed, all of a sudden you've got a ball club. When you watch this team play, very unselfish team, right? They're all older. They've been around. And as a guy was talking about today, he simply said, man, I'd probably rather have a 23-year-old than an 18-year-old, even if the 18-year-old's a superstar. And they've got enough veterans and enough depth on this team from Missouri that maybe it's not surprising that they're 13-4 and have won a couple big games. 2 of them being the one against Illinois. They blew them out and then blew Kentucky out in this building. They'll get to Hodge quickly.
Golston takes it to the rim. Reverse layup, no good. Good defense by Mitchell.
And Golston catches the ball. If he swings the pass to the top, Nick Honor's wide open.
And a whistle will stop a traveling violation against Black.
Out of control. Again, you've got to understand defenses, and he's young. When he's putting it on the floor and he gets to a spot, if he passes the ball, guys are open. Because Mizzou's got all eyes on Anthony Black as he starts to drive. quickly move that basketball, you're going to find open looks.
They're going to send Anthony Black over to the bench for a minute as he has scraped up the knee and has some blood coming out. So that'll get Walsh back on the floor.
And that puts the ball back in Devo Davis's hands, bringing it up. And Darian Ford, the freshman.
Well, Coach Musk just trying to buy a few minutes. Remember, he's got Council with 2 fouls. Pinion has 2 fouls. Walsh with 2, but Walsh just comes on the floor. Golston elevates and knocks home.
That's where he likes it. Terrific mid-range jump shooter.
Where do you get your offense now if you're Arkansas? Another traveling violation. Boy, Arkansas here in the last 10 minutes of this half just turning it over in bunches. That's their 11th turnover of the first half. 1-point lead for the Hogs.
What's up, y'all? Coming up at half, we'll show you a crazy finish in College Station. Auburn Tigers staying hot. What are you seeing in this one, Piper?
Missouri Tigers struggling to find their 3-ball, but their defense is stifling the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey, Sunvo, finish this sentence for me. Missouri fans will be happy this season if
they make a trip to the NCAA. I think this team, I think the crowd, the fan base right now, after the way they started this season, is ready to continue and win enough games to get the NCAA, to be honest.
Joe Lunardi has them right now as a 9 seed. They have he has Arkansas as a 6 seed. So obviously where they stand right now, they're in good shape, but they've lost 3 of their last 4, 2 in a row. They got to find something.
Well, we know what the league's about, and it's tough. Let's put Alabama on the top. We know that. Tennessee. Separate the rest of them.
It's
right?
hard. You can't.
I mean, you really can't.
Throw a hat over.
And we've seen all these teams, right? A&M's on a little run, and then they're going to get a little harder schedule. There's going to be teams that go on the road. You've got to protect home court, and then you've got to find a way to steal a game or 2 on the road. And when you look at schedules, they all even out at the end. Some are easier to start, some are tougher to start. You look at Arkansas as what a tough way to start what they've scheduled. But again, this is a league that night in, night out, it's going to be hard to get wins.
Golston, nice ball move, and count the basket. What a play by DeAndre Golston.
I said it earlier, Golston is probably the guy who is more inclined to go one-on-one than anybody else. Not that he's unselfish, but that's what his strength is. Likes to put it on the floor. Terrific mid-range game. And when you have the mid-range game, that's on your scouting report. A little ball fake, gets Mitchell off his feet. Step through, get tripped, finish the play.
First foul by Mitchell. A little too strong, long rebound. Davis grabs it.
Anthony Black's back in the game. Here's the tough part. If you sit on the dribble too long, Missouri eats you alive. They can be much more aggressive than if the ball moves.
Shot clock to single digits. Davis inside to Mitchell. Mackay will back it out. 5 on the shot clock. Kobe Brown defending him. Tough shot. Good work by Mackay Mitchell.
How about the patience? Nobody doubled him. He stayed with the dribble right as the shot clock was running down. Golston likes this matchup.
That one's off to Mark. Hodge couldn't get his hands on it. Boy, DeMore Hodge again. Sluggish offensively. No points yet for the team's second leading scorer. There's Davis. That won't go. Tapped around. Right back to Davis. Floater in the air. No good. Kamani Johnson will be whistled for the foul as he pushes Mosley to the deck.
You won't see him. And you won't see Devo Davis miss usually 2 of those. Maybe 1, but he got the other one back. Terrific finisher in the paint. Take a look at Mackay Mitchell when he got the ball down low, the shot clock running down. He still is patient enough, and there's no double team. So what he can do is position to where he thinks his strength is, and that's going back off that left shoulder, freeing up the right hand using the glass.
So Mosley at the free throw line. Isaiah, this will be just his 5th and 6th free throw attempts of the year. Don't forget Friday night our gymnastics doubleheader starts at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 Central, with number 12 Missouri taking on 13th ranked LSU from the Maravich Assembly Center. Then SUNY Lee and number 7 Auburn host number 25 Arkansas. It's Friday Night Heights every week right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. And Mosley gets them both to go down. Mosley now with 4 points in the game. Speaking of 4,
how about that?
He knocks home the 3. Devo Davis.
And again, not the strength of the Razorbacks. Everybody knows it. Everybody talks about it. Arkansas shooting 23% from beyond 3 in SEC play.
Mosley now 1 of 5 from the field. Davis answers back.
I like it. He made the 3, then he got to where his strength is. Tough, competitive kid.
Arkansas back out in front by 4. They led by as many as 7 in the first half.
Mismatch, Black inside on Brown.
Honor. Mosley. Big hop step off the window, got it to go down.
He is a terrific one-on-one basketball player. Missed Hodge's teammate wide open in the corner, but still got the bucket. Defensively, Missouri will change every position. Doesn't matter if it's 1-on-5.
Taken away by Mosley, then fouled by Davis, so Isaiah will head back to the free throw line.
Quick hands, active feet. Mosley playing with confidence.
25 total fouls called in this first half. That's the second on Devo. He'll just add to the list. Now you got Devo with 2, Walsh with 2, Council with 2, Pinion with 2, Kamani Johnson with 2.
Isaiah, part of a state championship here at Rockbridge High School. DeJuan Harris, one of the best lead guards at the university, in the country at the University of Kansas. Javante Black, who's at Northwestern State. 3 guys, they dominated high school basketball in the state of Missouri.
Ronnie DeGray will check in for Mosley, who gets a nice standing ovation on the way back to the bench. We are tied at 32. Here's Black. Missouri tried to double the basketball in a hurry. It came right back to Anthony Black. Boy, a lot of collisions up ahead to Hodge. Black chasing him down, but the throwdown by DeMoy Hodge. Davis, corner 3, got it! What an answer by Devo Davis. At the horn, no good. Boy, a first half that saw 12 lead changes. Arkansas will lead it by 1 at the break, 35-34. DeMoy Hodge on a run out. His first basket is a loud one. And then how about Devo Davis with the crowd going nuts, calmly buries the 3 in the corner to give Arkansas this halftime advantage. Boy, what a first half it was. We thought it'd be a good one, and it was. And with that, it's time to get you to the studio. Guys, it's all yours.
Thank you, Dave Neal. Glass case of emotion, boys. That game going back and forth. Patrick Young, Damian Fishback, and I am Peter Burns. Hi, hello, happy Wednesday night to you. We've seen some great hoops to get you a highlight of some of the games. But what's the story that you're seeing breaking out in Coleman?
Well, I think the biggest overarching thing we have to look at, scouting. Coaches have done a fantastic job of scouting both of these teams right now.
Yeah.
You're limiting D'Moy Hodge and Nick Honor. That dunk was D'Moy Hodge's first points of the game right there. And then Missouri has done a fantastic job of limiting the Arkansas offense. They have 14 turnovers, 18 points off of the turnovers for Missouri to stay within this game. Ricky Council gets into foul trouble. Where is the offense coming from? Devo Davis doing a great job, but Missouri, their shot selection could be better, as always. But hey, it's a really good game that we have so far.
Yeah, the turnovers has allowed Missouri to get more shots. And what does that tell you about Arkansas? It tells you that without Nick Smith Jr. in this basketball game, they're really limited to one point guard in Anthony Black. Devo Davis is trying to play the point guard position, but he's not a true point guard. That's why I think Missouri should actually be pressing much more. I think they're a much better team when they're the aggressor. They need to make Arkansas play 94 feet. They don't have the Trevor Brazile that can get out and dunk in the open floor, or the Nick Smith Jr. that you need to be concerned about. Along with that, they need to take more layups instead of passing up those layups for three-point shots.
We'll see some of the adjustments that both coaches are going to make. We did get a chance to hear from Coach Dennis Gates right after half. Here's what he had to say.
Dennis Gates, you talked about at shoot-around today that it could be a chippy first half. Your thoughts on this first half?
Well, we got to a slow start. I thought our guys settled in to the game plan. We were able to get some easy baskets. Mo Diari was unbelievable coming off the bench, as well as Aiton Shaw. So those guys did a great job. We just got to keep them off the free throw line. I thought that the ones that they got, they didn't earn.
Any adjustments second half?
Keep playing hard.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Boys, they are playing hard for Coach Gates, and they are playing hard out in College Station. Aggies looking to move to 5-0 in the SEC play. Crazy game. Under 20 seconds left. All right, this looks like it's all done. Tyrese Radford for the dunk. It's over, Patrick Young.
Get the ball out quick immediately. You know the game's not over. Find it to the right guy and just knocks it down just like that.
Byron Jones knocks it down.
Well, I hear that excitement in Patrick Young's voice. Let's see if he's got the same excitement here.
3 seconds left. Tyrese Radford inbounds the ball. No. A&M turns it over. So now Jones, who just hit the big three.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
54-52. Talk about it. Get it off your chest, my man.
Oh,
Look,
man.
Hats off to responding in the second half. Florida's been a great team that's responded in second halves of games, but being able to make the adjustments earlier to make it, it's a 40-minute game. You cannot play, in the SEC, you can't play a 38-minute game.
Yeah.
And Florida was 2 for 22, 2 for 26, I think, in the first half. It's very difficult to beat anybody. You're not going to win games. You're not going to make it to the tournament if you cannot find a way to score the basketball, especially early on in the game.
I give a lot of credit to Texas A&M, right? Florida had the right strategy. Coming into this basketball game, Texas A&M had shot a minimum of 15 free throws. They went 9 of 15 against Wofford, a game in which they lost. Well, Florida held them to only 7 free throws, but A&M made all of them and still were resilient enough to find a way to win. Julius Marble, I thought, played a fabulous game versus Colin Castleton. He really came out of his shell and showed us just how good he could be, the transfer from Michigan State. And I think that Buzz Williams and the Aggies have found something in rebounding and taking care of the basketball in their Joe Frazier style.
Career high there ended up being for Julius Marble with those 19 points. And right now, 7 straight wins for Buzz's squad. We'll hear a great interview he had with us. We'll play that coming up later tonight over on SEC Now. But you got to hit big-time buckets in big-time games, right? Right before half, Debo getting it done. Big three, one of the reasons why the Hogs up 1 at the break. Tigers versus Tigers down in Baton Rouge. Auburn lost on January the 4th, but they've been on fire ever since. 4 straight dubs, and doing it because of Wendell Green hitting shots like that. Tigers up 10 early, then Green pump fakes, drives to the rim, and gets a little floater to go.
Yeah, he's a scoring point guard, Peter Burns, and he loves to play on the road.
Jalen Williams in the post gets a little turnaround, shooter's touch. Auburn up 19. This one, Patrick, a little laugher for Bruce Pearl's squad.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job just coming out in this game. from start to finish, knowing what the job was. They let LSU come back in that game a little bit. And Wendell Green, he's really actually struggled on the road, but he responded really well for his team, taking better shots, getting the ball where it needs to go. Fish, he's your guy, but it's good to see Jalen Williams coming in and helping as well. Alan Flanagan. Just from top to bottom, great overall win for this Auburn team.
Real quick, Fish, this is an important win for them because especially they got South Carolina coming up. What's that schedule look like for Auburn the rest of the way?
Oh, my goodness. You talk about the backside. You're a golfer. You look at the back nine for the SEC. They got to go, I think, to Alabama. A lot of tough road games.
Tennessee.
To Kentucky. They've got Tennessee maybe a couple of times. And so these early games for Auburn, they're securing victories, are extremely important. This was an extremely important one on the road at LSU tonight.
A big win for them, 67-49. And, of course, right now Auburn 6-2 in their last 8 meetings against LSU, dating back to January of 2017. All right, D'Moi Hodge didn't do a whole heck of a lot in that first half, but more plays like this will get Como rocking. Tigers down at 1.
We got ourselves a good one. Thought we would. And that's what's transpired. 35-34 is our halftime score. Second half hoops moments away. Dave Neal, John Sunvold, and I guess, John, basic question is, what'd you make of the first 20 minutes?
Maybe what we thought, right, back and forth. I think Arkansas has got to be pleased because a couple players, Walsh plays 7 minutes and Council only plays 10 and a half minutes. And so who had to make up for it? Devo Davis shot the ball well. 2 of 3 beyond the three-point line. This one to end the first half. He had 10 points, but he also had 5 turnovers. That's not what they want. They had 14 turnovers in that first half. Kobe Brown, solid as ever. Big, strong, 8 points, 4 rebounds, couple assists, couple steals. Kind of doing what he does as an all-league player.
Some of the numbers. It is a rock fight, which is a good term for here in Columbia. Missouri 24 of their 34 from the bench. Isaiah Mosley getting his first work in quite some time for Arkansas. Ricky Council, not a whole bunch of work, just 11 minutes in that first half, but we had 12 lead changes. Arkansas wins the rebound margin by 9, but Missouri does what they do, and they force turnovers and create steals.
Well, the key on rebounding, and defensive rebounds one thing. Arkansas only has 2 offensive rebounds. That has been what has hurt Missouri in many games. It's given up offensive rebounds. The big key is for Arkansas needs to take care of the ball better. Missouri 9 steals in that first half.
And it'll be interesting to see how Ricky Council IV comes out here, because this guy averages 18 points a game and only 11 minutes. Not to mention, he is among the league leaders in minutes played. Matter of fact, he is the league leader in minutes played at over 35 minutes a night.
Here's the zone defense by Missouri. When they played it at Arkansas the second half, Arkansas attacked it right in the middle.
Kamani Johnson.
He's got to finish that play. Kamani 6'7", 6'8", over Trey Gomillion, who goes 6'4".
Kamani frustrated. Came out of the locker room talking to our officials about some of the pushing and shoving going on. And just then, I think he got a little shove in the back.
Missouri defensively doesn't make it easy on an offensive team to figure out what they're in. Can be man, they switch to zone, they alternate, they switch off players. Like I said, 1 through 5, it doesn't matter, they'll switch off.
Davis again, no good. Kamani Johnson with the offensive rebound and a foul underneath. That's going to go against Golston. That'll be his second.
Johnson does become a force inside against not a very tall Missouri team.
Long outlet. Ricky Council IV. Davis in the corner.
And if you're Council, I know you didn't have a great first half and you're on the bench. You don't need to force it. But if your shot's there, like that one, you got to take it.
Last touch by Mitchell. It'll belong to Missouri.
I thought in the first matchup, Dave, when Missouri played the zone, especially that first half, Arkansas settled for jump shots. Right when they saw a zone, it was kind of like, okay, we can take jump shots. That's not their strength. The strength is when they attack. Interesting, Kobe Brown playing point out front.
Gets a switch with Black on him now. Kobe muscles his way in, turns, and got the friendly roll.
Yeah, that's a mismatch just by size and strength. Kobe Brown can play bully ball when he has to. No double team, finished it.
We go back to his freshman year, and you just wouldn't see plays like that from him.
Yeah, correct. But that's why he's an all-league player.
Council. Johnson now. Shot clock at 5. Here's Devo Davis. He will elevate for 3. Off the front of the rim, tapped around, and last touch by the Tigers. It'll belong to Arkansas.
And this is the challenge when you have mismatches on a guy like Kobe Brown. If you switch, now Anthony Black's 6'7", but that doesn't matter. His size, he's 198 pounds. He's doing up 50 pounds.
Boy, Missouri swarming to the basketball. Council splits a couple of defenders and is tied up, and they're going to call a foul against Des Moines Hodge on the arm.
And Hodge thought he had a jump ball. Stuck his hands in there when Council put it on the floor.
That's number 2 on Des Moines.
Here's the bounce, and this is what Council did at Arkansas. He attacked the zone. Hodge gets underneath. Whistle blew.
Council. Davis will try again. He's 0 for 3 to start the second half.
Well, it's a challenge. They're making Devo Davis just become a jump shooter. And again, that's not his strength. He may make 1 or 2, but not his strength overall.
Davis, that's what he does. Oh, kicked out, but the tap in by Johnson is good. Oh, excuse me, Mitchell got the hand in there, not Johnson. Kobe Brown, offensive rebound, and he'll head to the free throw line.
Good take by Golston on the drive, going to his left, trying to finish with the right hand. And if you don't put a body on Kobe Brown, look at, he's already gone inside of Devo Davis. Straight to the root. Right after he came off the screen, after Golston came off the Brown screen, Brown just went, followed the basketball, right? You could get a bounce pass if someone helps out.
Well, that's the 3rd foul on Ricky Council, the 4th. Wow. Wasn't much of a foul on Council, but certainly had a hand in the back of Kobe Brown. So Kobe Brown.
Well, those in the SEC have seen this guy just progress. 6 points as a freshman, 8 average as a sophomore. Last year, 12.5. This year, nearly 16 a game.
Takeaway by Hodge. Boy, Black blocked the shot. Boy, now Arkansas has numbers. Black, back to Council. Black looking for somewhere to go with it.
Trying to find Mitchell right in the seam there.
They get it to him. He spins up and under. Left hand, no good. Tapped around. Golston up ahead to Honor. He'll line up a 3. Got it!
Dave, Missouri runs sometimes before they get the ball. Another steal.
Kobe Brown. Timeout, Arkansas.
I see how the pro starts working.
Score. Arkansas came into a hornet's nest tonight, much like Missouri did when their trip to Fayetteville a couple of weeks ago.
And watch him run. The save, the pass up ahead to Nick Honor with the open 3. And if you want to be careless with the basketball, Missouri's not a team you want to play against. They take it, they move it, and Kobe Brown finishes with the easy dunk. Again, carelessness by Arkansas, allowing Missouri easy opportunities in their home building.
There are some fun arenas to be in when the home teams are rolling along. You think of Auburn, the jungle, right? You think of Rupp Arena when it's going, and you think of Bud Walton Arena when the Hogs are kicking in high gear. Folks, it's been a while since this building has been this electric for more than 1 or 2 games.
Yes.
They are sold out the rest of the season here, and it's nice to see.
Missouri, 11 steals in this ball game. They #1 in the country, 11.6 steals a game. Sometimes you don't expect it in conference play, but they've turned up the heat. Let's see if the Razorbacks can handle it.
Davis, high arching shot, got it.
And what a tough shot. Hodge came over and challenged the jumper. Davis becoming almost the #1 option offensively for this Razorback team.
The shot he made right before the end of the half when this crowd was going crazy, and he lined up a 3-ball from the corner and buried it, was a huge shot.
And he silenced the crowd again.
Here's Kobe Brown.
When Johnson's on him, it's been a good matchup. Johnson's done a good job on Kobe Brown. When they switch off, it's been trouble.
Out of bounds to Arkansas. Or under 16 media timeout. When we come back, we'll review midweek action in the Southeastern Conference. Ziegler put on a show for the Tennessee Volunteers last night as they held off Mississippi State. And Kentucky last night fell behind, but then they turned to big Oscar Tshiebwe, the reigning National Player of the Year. How good a game did he have last night as Kentucky beat Georgia by 14?
He had a month's worth of stats for most people.
37 and 24 for big Oscar, and Ziegler with 24, 6 and 4 assists. And Alabama, Brandon Miller. I mean, are you kidding me how good this kid is?
Well, he's the best we've seen in a long time in this league, and we've had a lot of great players. And the reason is he does it to win. And we've had other freshmen, great ones in this league, that didn't play to win. They just played for draft stock or whatever you want to say. Miller plays to win. He does a lot of things. Aggies have been off to a good start. Impressive by what Ziegler did last night, because the majority of that was in the second half.
Yeah.
He struggled in the first half, did not play well.
Auburn picks up a good win over LSU. I think they held the Tigers of LSU to under 50, I think 49 points or something. Yeah, great defensive effort by Bruce Pearl's club. Dump it down to Makai Mitchell. Anthony Black, just 6 points, only 2 shots. He has 2 shots on that sequence and gets fouled. That'll go against Golston, and that'll be Golston's 3rd.
I'm not sure it's Anthony Black's nature to be more of a scoring type player. He's done it many times this season. But I think for this lineup and this team with Smith out and Trevor Brazil out, Black has to be more aggressive in the offensive end in the half court and try to score the ball more.
And Black knocks home the free throw. Hey, Tuesday we've got some more college hoops for you. We're right here on the network. It's a doubleheader, but we're highlighting that second game. Kentucky at Vanderbilt. They always seem to play at least one thrilling game every year. That's coming your way 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 Central on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. Boy, speaking of Vanderbilt, Arkansas and Vanderbilt, boy, they had a very physical game over the weekend.
A little chippy. 7 technical free throws, I believe.
Yeah.
Arkansas shot.
This one has been very physical as well. It's interesting to see, you know, it happens every year. Scores in this conference and conference games, all of a sudden teams are 10 points under their non-conference averages.
How about the aggressiveness of the arc?
Draws the foul on Mitchell.
A guy that did not play many minutes in most of this season. He had 18 total minutes before the last 2 ball games. 8 minutes against A&M. Had a point and a couple rebounds. A block, a couple steals. 9 minutes against Florida. 2 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block. More minutes tonight. More aggressive offensively.
Second foul on Makai Mitchell. Diarra at the free throw line gets that one to go down.
And Diarra led all junior college teams last year in rebounding at nearly 13 a game. 18 points, 13 rebounds.
At Garden City Community College.
Got a pretty good stroke, really.
Born on New Year's Day back in 2000.
See if Jordan Walsh, who's a very active player, an athletic player, gets involved in this offense.
Yeah, he hadn't played a whole bunch this game. Got some foul trouble in that first half. And another whistle. That'll go against Diarra. And for Diarra, that'll be his third.
You know, interesting, when they run that zone defense, Arkansas is looking high-low. High meaning the free throw line or just above into the low, and the bigs are trying to get low post position against this Missouri team.
Here's Walsh. Back to Davis. Devo in traffic, high off the window, draws the foul. And let's see, is that Mosley? It is Isaiah Mosley. And that'll be his third. So Diarra has 3, Mosley with 3, Golston with 3. On the other side of the court, Ricky counts at the 4th. The only Hog with 3 fouls. There is Ricky averaging 18 points a game. That's 5 points tonight for Arkansas. Here is Nick Honor.
Keep an eye on Walsh, on Isaiah Mosley. Mosley older, Walsh active, aggressive. Mosley will try to get him to get another foul.
Diarra. Boy, they got the switch.
And Devo Davis has done a great job on Hodge. Hodge not open for many shots tonight.
Take away by the Hogs. Kamani Johnson catches the bullet pass. Bounce pass to Kamani. Up and under, and they're going to call a foul against Missouri. And let's see who gets that. And that's going to be Mo Diarra, and that's number 4.
Arkansas consistently playing with their bigs inside against any of this zone defense. In Arkansas 2 weeks ago, they drove the ball with their guards. They screened the guards. Missouri not allowing their guards to get screened up top. So now instead off the dribble, they're doing it by pass. And it's Johnson and it's Mitchell inside. Neither one big scores. Kamani Johnson, a 54% free throw shooter. But it doesn't matter. Coach Muss is going and pounded it inside to try to draw contact and fouls on this Missouri team.
Real dichotomy in three-point shooting between these two teams. Missouri loves to shoot it. They've attempted 444 on the year. Arkansas has attempted 275. Missouri's made 156. Arkansas's made 80.
I think it's a tough matchup for Walsh. He's a good defender.
That's his third.
Well, and here's why it's a tough matchup. He's a good defender, but you're playing against an experienced guy that's been around a long time. Yes, Isaiah Mosley hasn't played in any SEC game. He's a skilled offensive player. He kind of puts the ball out there as bait sometimes for you to take it. Walsh is aggressive. He's reached a couple times. He has those 3 fouls.
Back to Kobe Brown now. Kobe wants to take Kamani Johnson to the basket, and he's fouled by Kamani.
Johnson played it well, played the right hand. Kobe spun it and actually went back to the right hand, almost put it right in front of Johnson to block. There's the spin, but he goes back to the right hand, and Johnson thought he had a clean lick, but there's body. If Brown takes it under with his left, it's an easy finish.
That's number 3 on Kamani.
Johnson on Brown, Devo Davis on Hodge has been the keys tonight in the matchup.
So Kobe Brown will toe the line with 8 points.
Substitution for Arkansas. Checking in for 15 Mitchell. Mitchell for Johnson.
Kobe Brown. Now with 16 points. Last touch by Missouri to belong to Arkansas.
Aiden Shaw on the front end of this full court pressure is long. It's, oh my, right down the heart of it.
Ricky Council, the fourth. His loudest basket of the night.
Pressure defense handled easily by this Razorback squad.
Golston answers back.
A little different game than we had to start. Teams now going back at each other with some easy hoops.
Missouri didn't score a basket the first 5 minutes of this game.
Yeah, incredible.
Davis. Nice underneath pass.
That's beautiful.
And Walsh.
Devo Davis has had a terrific game on both ends of the floor.
Here's East. He has it taken away by Council. Here's Black. Brown chasing him down. Oh, my! He almost hit his forehead on the rim.
Showtime. Razorback style.
16th lead change of the night.
Active hands on the defensive end and then out and running. And Anthony Black. Woo-hoo. Good thing he has the headband on. About hit that forehead. Razorbacks on a run.
6 Central with number 12 Missouri taking on 13th ranked LSU from the Maravich Assembly Center. And then it's SUNY Lee and number 7 Auburn hosting 25th ranked Arkansas. Friday night heights every week on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. And to say that we've had some Wednesday night heights. I mean, some of the dunks we've seen in here tonight have been crazy, but that one right there by Anthony Black was about as emphatic as you could get. Watch this, he almost hits his head on the rim.
Well, you wondered if Kobe Brown was going to catch him.
Yeah.
And AB looked his way like, come on, come on.
This just turned out to be quite the enjoyable evening of basketball.
We knew it'd be good. We know that Arkansas somewhat has their backs to the wall, but so does Missouri. The importance of conference play, holding home court and winning. And we have 12:21 left. The value of each possession, Dave, we saw it when we were in Oxford this past weekend, that each possession down the stretch, what it meant in the last 6 minutes. Ole Miss made a couple, and then they couldn't score, and it was Georgia making the plays down the stretch.
Who will make the plays down the stretch tonight? To be determined. Another takeaway by Arkansas.
And Ricky Council has had his hand on the last 2 plays.
Black. He'll swing it around. Here's Walsh. Good ball fake. He's going baseline. Hangs in the air. And Shaw blocks the shot, but got the body in the process. And that'll be number 3 on Aiden. And that'll get Arkansas back to the line.
That is a great meeting at the rim. Walsh not settling for the 3-point shot. He has struggled from beyond the 3, especially in SEC play. But he's strong, he's physical, he went up. And the strength of Aiden Shaw is he'll go up with anybody and try to match him at the rim.
Arkansas at the line. This will be their 19th attempt. They have knocked home 16 of those. And that's from a team that came in leading the conference at 75%.
You know, one of the strengths always of Eric Musselman's teams has been free throws. Last year, they led the nation in free throw attempts and free throw made. This year, probably in the top, they're right around the 20th. Where they've struggled is in SEC play. They've not gone to the line as much as opponents and not made as many free throws as opponents. Unusual for a Musselman-coached team.
Boy, Golston just goes right into the chest of Black, and that's his 4th foul.
Golston, again, he's the most one-on-one guy Missouri's team. That's on the scouting report, so you got to move your feet. I'm impressed with how the freshman Anthony Black, who's the ball's in his hands most of the time, has responded on both ends of the floor in this kind of an environment.
You can tell these two teams want this one tonight.
Yeah, really can. And the shoot-arounds we went to today, they were as serious shoot-arounds as we've been to all season long.
It was rather quiet in the arena during shoot-arounds today. Not a whole lot of laughing going on.
Easy way to break the press, look up the floor.
Council.
Mismatch inside. East on Mitchell, but they can't post up Mitchell.
Kobe Brown tries to defend the Council shot. Offensive rebound, but a foul in the process. That's going to go against Walsh, and that's number 4 on him.
Always a tough call because the rebound came outside the lane.
Honor gets it to Kobe Brown.
Brown will not mind the matchup against Mitchell.
Hodge fires. Been a tough night for Hodge. He's now 1 of 6, hasn't hit a three-pointer. Black will try for 3. That's off the back of the rim. Council with the offensive rebound. Hangs in the air. Gets his own miss. Traffic underneath. Good work by Arkansas.
Council plays above the rim. Once he had the rebound, Dave, he attacked the rim and stayed with it. Might be the quickest second jumper when the ball's up, he's so quick off his feet. Strong, physical, tough. He gets this one, and when he attacks the rim, good challenge by Hodge. How quickly he got back up. Tough finish, no whistle. Did not go to the free throw line. Takes off the headband, fired it to the sideline. I got it back on.
Missouri takes the timeout. That leaves them with just 1 timeout remaining, and we've got 10:44 to go in the game. Ricky Council trying to catch up to a season average after an 11-minute first half because of 2 fouls, up to 9 now.
I know it's not necessarily an emphasis to this Missouri team, to defensive rebound, but they better in the last 10 minutes, and I say that because Arkansas is sending dudes to get offensive boards.
Yeah, they have 9 offensive rebounds now.
And they only had 2 the first half.
They have they've actually doubled up Missouri in the rebounding department. It's 32-16. It's an 8-0 Arkansas run over the last minute 54. Chameleon. That was knocked out of his hands by Kamani Johnson. That belonged to Missouri.
Keep an eye on Ricky Council. His hands are so active around the ball. Last 2 possessions, he's not 2 away. He got his hand on that one, deflected it out of bounds.
Long outlet to Chameleon. Working on Makai Mitchell. Makai stays on his feet. Good ball fake there by Honor. Pull up jumper, in and out.
Got to convert. You made a good ball fake, got to convert. Numbers for Arkansas.
Makai Mitchell lowers the shoulder, offensive foul.
Yeah, you can see it once the shoulder lowers. Makes for an easy call for the officials.
That's his 3rd.
Always tough for a big man, catches it that far away from the bucket to put it on the floor and be expected to make a play.
So Missouri, who started this year 9-0, went on to a 12-1 start. They have lost 3 of their last 4, trying to get some momentum here at home.
Look at Johnson stay on Brown's right hand, right arm.
Chameleon. And a tall timber, got it to go.
How do you do it? 6'4" against 6'8" and 9.
Here's Council. Davis. Kick it back to Black. Devo leads Arkansas with 13 points. Here he is in the corner. Elevates.
If I describe the Devo Davis play, that's it. Loves the left hand, gets to about 8, 9, 10 feet, elevates over the top of defender, knocks in the shot.
I mean, 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists for Devo.
Interesting matchup defensively. Mekhi Mitchell on Gilmillian.
And a foul on Black, holding Demoy Hodge. That'll be his second.
Baskets aren't easy to come by in a game like this. You're a small man inside, use your body, clear them out. And here's Devo Davis, the strength. Consistently, night in, night out, he'll make that play.
Now our officials talking about looking at something regarding that foul.
Partner, what did you see on that play?
Nothing that would have drawn me to the monitor, but obviously we have just, you know, our particular angle from midcourt. I didn't see any contact. It didn't appear from my angle anyway, any contact above the head and neck, and a non-basketball move.
Let's take a look. Here's the back cut. There's the stiff arm. Oh, maybe Hodge with the elbow.
Right, not Black, but maybe Hodge got him with the elbow.
I thought they were looking at Black, but watch this. He's going to put there.
Ooh, and he went up with the elbow.
Right in the chin.
That is definitely worth.
And you wonder if they saw that right away, or did Anthony Black say, hey, go take a look?
Right. Tony Green, the veteran official, seeing that monitor, reviewing.
He'll be on your flight home tomorrow to Atlanta.
Yeah, we'll talk about this.
Yeah,
sure. We'll break this play down.
He was asking me today. He's friends with a former Missouri great by the name of Curtis Berry that I played 2 years with, who lives in Atlanta.
All right, let's see if we can get another look at it here. Watch the right elbow of 5 in gold.
Yeah, that's a shot. That's a shot. I don't believe they can come back and say just a basketball play. Yeah. I don't think they can.
Once it's up. When the ball's not.
Yeah. And you're making a cut. The other guy's trying to stop you, but you can't go that. You can't go to the face. Right. Above the neck.
Well, Tony getting a long look at this. We'll see if this is a flagrant one or not. Is that excessive and or unnecessary?
And to the top of the screen, we saw Kyle Smith-Peters, one of the outstanding assistants of Dennis Gates, reading his lips. He said one shot on the other end. He knows they've got to rebound better because Arkansas is being aggressive.
Foul first on 0 red, followed by dead ball contact. That's the foul for the reach of the elbow on the
all right, good explanation.
It was.
Go ahead.
So we got the foul on Black initially. Common foul, just regular basketball play. So we'll shoot the free throw there for that. But then they will call a flagrant technical foul on Demoy Hodge for the elbow. So then they will go shoot those free throws. at that point. So that will be a flagrant one on Des Hodge.
So there's a foul, and then there's a technical.
Yeah. Yeah, I just that's not a basketball play, and you know that's what they're trying. That's why that's in there to get rid of it.
There.
So Hodge gets to shoot his free throws first.
That's why the rules there, Dave. In the old days, those rules weren't there.
There were a lot of blood lips, broken noses. Matter of fact, I remember as a kid watching a former Missouri player, John Brown, play a whole year with a mask on because he.
And John Brown could bloody a few noses when he played for Mizzou.
So now Rick Council to the free throw line on the other end.
Council was 79% free throw shooter. Kind of like how he did that. Backed off the line to draw more attention. Needed a little louder, see if he could convert, and he did.
So the ball will go back to where the interruption occurred. Diarra back on the floor. Hodge will take a seat.
Just man-to-man, so you clear out, so it's just one-on-one.
Evo Davis trying to find a little room against Diarra. Here's Black on the baseline. Now Davis, shot clock. Davis too strong, batted around a couple of times. Finally Shaw with Sean East.
Again, East does his damage off the dribble, mid-range game. Honor, spot up, shooter.
Alley-oop, Kamani Johnson put a body on Aiden Shaw and forced him to the floor. And that'll be number 4 on Kamani. And that'll get us to our under 8 media timeout. 6-point Arkansas lead here in Como. By 6, no team is led by more than 7 tonight, and it has been back and forth all evening long. Time for our Mayhem moment brought to you by Allstate, and for that, it's an Arkansas highlight, and watch 0 in red. Ooh, that is a throwdown.
Wow,
by the freshman. Woo. Had a little look for the student section.
He plays to the crowd well.
He does. Enjoyable young man to speak with. And certainly came out as one of the premier players in all of America. If you look at our game summary, and turnovers, a story certainly in the first half for Arkansas. They've toned that down a little bit.
Yeah, Missouri had 9 steals in the first half, only 2 in the second, and those 2 were early in the second half. So Arkansas is taking care of the basketball. On any of the full court pressure, Razorbacks have thrown over the top.
Hogs have 3 players in double figures, led by Davis. Council with 11. Black with 10.
Pretty solid minutes for Aiden Shaw. He is now 6 of 9 for the season from the free throw line, so has not spent many trips to the stripe. Hit a couple of threes in that first half.
Aiden did not play against Florida. 9 minutes against Vanderbilt, 10 against Texas A&M, and I guess that.
Funny thing, he's a quiet kid. So what he has to do before he enters the floor every practice, he has to scream and roar like a tiger, because Coach Gates says we need some more emotion. I'm going to start doing that at home. I think I'm too quiet.
I don't know how the Sunvolt household will enjoy that, but feel free. just as long as I'm not there. Here's Walsh. Oh, he knocks it home.
Smooth stroke.
Largest lead of the game now.
And it's a big basket because it continues to kind of keep the crowd quiet.
Diarra. Poked away by Walsh.
Yeah, Walsh, not only with a three, but active hands, knocks it away.
Here's Walsh in the corner now. Big hop step off the window. What a sequence for the freshman.
So why do you play off 2 feet? Jump stop. He didn't charge. Mo Diarra's waiting for that to get a charge. You play off 2 feet. Jump stop perfect. Easy shot off the glass. What a sequence of plays by the freshman Jordan Walsh. Black with the pass, one freshman to another. All net beyond the three-point play. Again, has not been his strength, the three-point shot. Jump stop. Go straight up. No contact. Easy finish at the glass. Terrific play by the 6'7" freshman.
A consensus top 20 recruit coming out of high school, a 5-star performer. Went scoreless versus Vanderbilt in 17 minutes in their last game. 0 for 6 from the field. Missed all of his three-point attempts. It's only the second time all year he's been scoreless, but tonight has answered back with 12 points in limited minutes because of foul trouble in that first half.
And how do you answer when you're not in the starting lineup? He didn't start. So, not in the starting lineup, so he comes in off the bench, got 2 early fouls in that first half. Did not play much, only 7 minutes. But again, how does a player respond? And when you're a freshman and you're not starting, do you hang your head? Well, he's been terrific this second half.
Now, Missouri's got to answer. Down 10. And where do they go offensively?
So because Kamani Johnson is on the bench, I have to think Kobe Brown has to be more aggressive on the offensive end. Johnson's been good on him, but make somebody else in a Razorback uniform defend him now that Johnson's not on the floor. Holding by Walsh.
Oh, Walsh just picked up his 5th foul.
And an easy call. Get off and toward the ball, it'd be easy, but he held and grabbed, I think it was Golson, as he was making the cut.
Boy, Eric Musselman just shakes his head like, can't believe that's how you're going to end your game and end your night.
Well, the hard part is the physicality of what the SEC is. You're not sure where the grabbing and holding, but I thought it was obvious when I was watching it. He didn't let Golson. Again, Golson made a hard cut.
So Golson at the free throw line. Now 3 out of 4 tonight.
Golson, 80% free throw shooter. Wow, not close. Council, Black, Davis, all have to take care of the basketball. Now the matchup zone by this Missouri team. Earlier in the half, they went inside to Mitchell.
There you go. They go back to Mitchell. Left it short. Boy, a mad scramble. It's going to belong to Missouri. Kamani Johnson down there working hard, but last player to touch it.
Opportunity missed. Mitchell right at the basket. I think Golston could probably take Mitchell off the dribble if he gets in a position.
Here's East. Shot clock now dips to single digits. Kobe Brown guarded by Johnson. Back to East. 5 on the shot clock. Little left-handed floater. Run right, shoot it left.
He's got a lot of Devo Davis kind of game in it. Left-handed. Finishes that mid-range floater or a jumper.
7-point game. Deep three by Davis. Oh,
Wow.
what a big shot.
Missouri has full court pressure, drops to a zone, probably welcomes Devo Davis to take a shot.
Just like that.
Speed.
That took just a couple of seconds for the Tigers to get the two. Oh, and there's a block foul on East.
Well, back and forth they go. Missouri drops to the zone again. They did not challenge Davis until late on that jump shot, so they're inviting him to take it because of the numbers on the season. And East quickly to the other end, as you mentioned, David, took only a few seconds to lay that in.
Council back at the free throw line, sitting on 11 points. You see this Arkansas team trying to avoid their worst starting conference play since 1991. But let's not forget how it started in 21. They went 2-4, won their final 11 SEC games, and went to the Elite Eight. Last year, they started the SEC 0-3, but won 14 of their last 15 in the conference and went to the Elite Eight.
Council, good night from the free throw line. Man, think of that last season, won 14 of their last 15. That was a veteran ball club, though. A little bit different than this one.
Foul against Arkansas. None of the Hogs, including their coach, Eric Musselman, like the call, but nothing they can do about it. Two free throws coming up for the Tigers as Golston will get back to the line.
And it's a little bit of that rule that referees wait to see if the play's made. That's why the whistle a little bit late. Mitchell telling this official closest to us, I didn't even jump, I didn't try.
Golston knocking that free throw home. Missouri, the best free throw shooting team in the conference. Tonight at 66%, came in around 75%. Meanwhile, Arkansas, 87% tonight. They're 21 out of 24. Missouri, 16 out of 24.
Well, we know it's important for Arkansas. You can't turn the ball over. Missouri active with their hands. #1 in the country in steals.
Council, offensive foul. And for Ricky Council, he just picked up his fourth.
I thought he had the lob to Mekhi Mitchell coming in from the right side as he made the jump stop. Stop here, pitch it up early. Don't get so deep.
We've now had 46 fouls in this game.
Maybe that's why it's midnight.
Close to it. Mitchell, Johnson, Council with 4 each. Already lost Walsh. Here's Sean East.
Good move. Got away with a little bit of a bump to separation. Good move by Council. You get your teammates out of there, so it's one-on-one, and you can't be double teamed. That's why you clear everybody out.